Hello and welcome to a new episode of the Sovereign Goddess Podcast. Authentic conversations with modern medicine women and goddesspreneurs alike, inspiring you to build your queendom with grace. I'm your host, Sabrina Riccio, and I'm here. It's been a minute. I've been on hiatus, and a lot of it is going to be about what we're going to talk about today. What I'm really feeling, I guess is the best thing to say, is this transition and what's arising. I know, and for me and what I've seen around me is that we're about to embark on this summer of change. A lot of people, they're tired of the old habits and they're tired of what's been happening on and on and on for the same time, just constantly repeating itself over and over again. There's new opportunities and new beginnings coming around. I know in my life, I have four of my friends, because they're couples. Two of them are couples, obviously. I have 2 weddings this summer. I have 2 of my goddess sisters having babies. One's having twins. I just purchased a home, so that's something that's huge and a big drastic change in my life. And I'm also steering my business in a new direction that really came through during my sadhana, and I'm really excited about it. It's when I allowed myself to really surrender into it, it's been coming clear. So there's been a lot for me to integrate after teaching at festivals and this past spring, and really traveling around and connecting with my community and hearing more about what people are really needing right now and what people are asking for. And so I'm calling this the summer of change, and change is constant. It's inevitable. We grow, we evolve, and we transcend. And for us to be able to run with this change and allow this change to really best serve us so that we can best serve those around us, there are things that we need to do to prepare for that change and to know that we are worthy of the changes that are coming in our lives. And so I wanted to talk about navigating through these changes, because we need to make sure that our bodies are also ready for it, our mind and our souls, because if not, we can really be steered off course. I know when a lot of changes were happening in my life, when I wasn't really strong with my awareness or connected to my intuition as I am now, it was really difficult. And there was a lot of mental chatter, and being a Gemini, it's just been, it can really steer. And if you don't allow it to work with you and understand that what's happening is happening for you, not to you, sometimes you can just go really off the deep end, and I don't want to see that for you. So I really just wanted to talk about these key points that have really been helping me navigate through the changes. I had a friend pass away in March, and that whole process has been really healing in a way, because I've experienced death my whole life since I was 3, and this time now that I have a stronger, deeper sense and a deeper spiritual practice and just overall awareness about the soul and how death is just an illusion, it's been different, but it's been really healing in a way, knowing that my friend isn't suffering anymore because he had a brain tumor that came really, really fast, and is still, they're still healing, because when the loved one that you really care about and is very close to you transitions, they leave behind us, and it's not about us. It's about their soul transcending to newer heights. And I know Joel lived a very full life. And so the biggest thing that has really gotten me through a lot of the changes too is just really connecting to my loved ones that are no longer here, especially. Well, of course, the loved ones that are here, but the ones that aren't here, they don't have a lot of the human stuff that we have to worry about. And so they're really able to be committed to helping us and supporting us. And they don't have all of their the chatter in their brains and, the ego trying to control through. They're back into their whole spiritual self again. So the first thing I would really say is to just really allow yourself to connect to your loved ones that aren't here and the ancestors and thank them for the guidance. Connect to your spiritual guides and ascendant masters and guardian angels, whoever you really call upon to help you to get the strength to really go forward and go forth. I would say connect with them because, we live in this space where free will reigns. So with free will reigning, they won't come in and intervene unless you ask. So don't be afraid to ask, because so many of us are givers. We love to give to everyone else, but sometimes we forget to give to ourselves. And we need to learn and honor to receive. We need to be able to receive again, because when we allow ourselves to receive as givers, we remember that that's how balance is restored in the universe. We have to be able to receive. We have to be able to give equally. And so much of that is the balance of that masculine and feminine. When we give, we have to make sure that we're also allowing ourselves to be held and be supported by others and the ones around us, and allow ourselves to receive. And sometimes when you're a light worker, or you're a spiritual teacher, or you're on that path, or an entrepreneur, you're giving to everyone else, but you have to really make sure you're taking care of yourself. And so this really leads into the next thing that I really want to say about navigating through this summer of change, is to just really cultivate a really strong self-care, self-love practice. If that means taking a salt bath once a week to really clean your aura and to clear the negativity that may be caught up around you and into your field. My favorite self-care practice that I would say to go to is have your daily practice of sadhana. Your sadhana is your spiritual practice. And I know with me, I'm really that I have to be able to do sadhana before I go out. That is my time to connect with my inner soul, my inner truth, the divine that is within me and outside of me and around me. When I do sadhana, I am showing the universe that I am giving myself permission to take care of myself. That is my chance to take care of me and how much I really respect and honor myself. It's crucial. I really believe, and it's so funny. I've been listening to some authors that I love to hear from the Hay House World Summit, and all of them say, again, there's it's a non-negotiable daily practice that they do, and that's what really gets them through it. And these are people that are traveling all over the world, doing deep spiritual work. They are speaking, they're writing, they are in the public eye. So these people have a lot of pressure and a lot on them. They had to keep up to a lot. And so for them to say that spiritual practice, having that daily practice is crucial, it says something. And, being able to meditate and have that space, we need to be able to create space. Creating that space really allows what we want to come in. Because think about it. If you have a cup that's too full and you want to put more into it, it's going to overflow, right? If there's no space to put in that creamer, or not even creamer, but I've been doing a lot of steamed coconut milk, and I've been making my own matcha lattes. And if I don't, if I'm not aware that, hey, I want to put some more milk in there, but I'm just going to put it on top and it's going to overflow, then, we have to make sure that we have our sacred container ready to be able to have that overflowing, because there's also, we have to remember that when we serve, we want to make sure that our cup is full. So there are two different kind of takes on that. We want to make sure our cup is full, and by making sure our cup is full is going back to that spiritual practice, doing the things that make us happy, having that work-life balance. So if you really want to learn to and really cultivate that space in order to clear out and to allow what to come in, you have to make sure that you're clearing out and purging so that you are lighter and denser. So that means like take the time to go through your clothes and go through your computer files and go through your car, go through your whatever you're collecting that you really don't need anymore. I would really say, like, is this serving me anymore? And if it's not, donate it if you can. Because if it's not serving you anymore, why are you holding on to it? Is it because you're comfortable? Is it because you have that lack mentality? Let it go. It served its purpose. Let it go. So I would really suggest you to really clean your home out, your computer. If you want to work on clearing your mind out, to be able to make sure, what's the story you've been constantly telling yourself that's ready to be released? Who or what do you need to forgive? Where can you go forward and make peace with your past? Those are all really strong practices that you can cultivate for you to be able to make the space within your mind so that you can allow the new to come in. And if you really want to work on your soul, go to that forgiveness space. Like, who can I forgive? Where can I forgive myself? That is so crucial. The atonement and the forgiveness is literally everything, because when you allow yourself to really forgive, and when I mean forgive, I mean really forgive, like feel it, release it, give it up, cut the cords with Archangel Michael, whatever you can do to really not allow that to rule you anymore, that is going to create so much more space for all the good that's really waiting for you. So the next thing I would really say is to make sure that you remember that life is happening for you and not to you. So sometimes we can get little detours on the path to where we really want to go and where we want to be. But you have to understand that all of this is divinely orchestrated. It's perfect. Where you are is exactly where you need to be. So when you stay in that space, you remember that life is happening for you and not to you. Because the biggest thing that you need to do during these changing times is to stop being the victim and instead be the victor. You need to be the victorious one. And, my favorite mantra that I always go back to my yoga teacher training is the Sat Siri Surya call. And that is total victory. Like, that is victory. And you're here to live a victorious life. You're here to transcend the limiting beliefs. You're here to soar to new heights. So stop playing small. Stop. It's not serving you. It's not really serving anyone else if you're just coming like a half-assed version of you, because we're here to really embody our highest self. So really allow yourself to listen to what how do you visualize your highest self, and listen to that voice is the best advice I would really say. And do little steps each day to achieve what it is you really want to do. But also, the next thing I would say is to really just be gentle with yourself during these times, because we're all going through this major energetic shift right now. Like, there's been so many people that I've been talking to that are really slowing down. They are really being present. They are really cutting like technology time, being more connected with nature, being more connected with people. And a lot of people are really choosing to where they want to go. They're choosing to go forth and to be who they are. They're choosing to be bold. They're choosing to be authentic, and they're choosing to be real and full expressions of themselves. But you have to remember that you are always supported, and there's so many people that you may not see all the time that are rooting for you. Your angels are rooting for you. The divine's rooting for you. The universe is rooting for you. So when you allow yourself to just take it easy on yourself during these changing times, and you remember that life is happening for you and not to you, there will be a time where you'll be able to look back at all this and be like, oh, that's why that happened. And you'll be really grateful that it did, because sometimes we have to really do the work and we have to really clear out our stuff. And clearing out our stuff is not easy. It's like it's like putting the nails on the chalkboard sometimes. Sometimes it's overwhelming. But when you allow yourself to slow down and breathe and really be fully present in it, it will go much quicker, it'd be more graceful, and it will come with a lot more ease. And so with that, I would just really say pray for grace and ease, because during these changing times, it's that grace and that ease is what's comfortable. And the grace is just allowing yourself to be naturally guided and being where you are and trusting in the divine process. And something that's been really coming through for me a lot lately has been about honoring the journey and honoring the mystery. For a long time, I was a massive control freak because I was lack mentality. I thought I was super in my masculine energy, feeling like I have to go after everything rather than allowing, because I had a really hard time receiving, because for so long I felt like I wasn't worthy of it, and that really, it fucked up with my head a lot. It really screwed up a lot of relationships in the past, and it was really detrimental to my well-being. So I would just really say be careful that you don't allow yourself to go there. And if you do go there, catch yourself and forgive yourself and give yourself the opportunity to choose again, because you have the chance to choose again. And if those things do come up, the best way to really reframe that mindset is to realize, okay, this is coming up to the surface because it's ready to be released. Because when we remember that the darkness and our shadows are all, the repressed parts of ourselves, they will come up to the surface in order to be showered with our light, to go back to its natural state. And when those dark thoughts come up and those pains from the past, just really allow yourself to be in it, because as we say in Kundalini Yoga, there's a way through every block. And those moments are blocking us from living our fullest potential. So you have to be gentle with yourself and really breathe through it and go through it, and just know that you are protected, you're guided, you're safe to go there. But make sure, don't go there if it's going to be really harmful or detrimental to you or others. You'll know. You need to learn to trust your intuition and listen to that inner guidance within. Silence your mind by silencing your mind and going into your heart and just being like, okay, this is where I need to be. I'm divinely guided. I will get through this. Because I know with me lately, there's been instances where I've been getting these overwhelming sense of light and clarity, but it's good, because what I'm seeing is that rather than it all coming at once, it's coming in gradual steps for me to be able to anchor in and honor what's about to come and what's about to happen in my life. So it's just allowing yourself to really breathe and be present and just know that you are safe to be who you are. You are safe because you are a child of God. You are a child of the universe. You are safe to love. You are safe to be love. You are safe to love. It's all good. You be the fullest authentic version of you. So really just allow yourself to stay present and enjoy the moment. And if things aren't going your way, that's okay. Just smile through it. You got to do work on that fake it till you make it. And, during those times, rather than complaining or bitching about what's happening, use that as an opportunity to talk to your angels, to talk to your guides, to talk to God, to talk to the universe, and just be like, okay, I'm going through this right now. There's a divine purpose as to why this is all happening. I'm here ready to surrender and get out of the way, and I trust you. Right now, we're working on a deep sense of trust with God, a deep sense of trust with the universe. There's so much chaos and turmoil that's happening in the world, but in all reality, there's so much beauty and light happening too. It's just that dark is coming through to be transmuted and to really be showered with your love. So I just want to say again, just stay present, enjoy the moment. I would really suggest you cultivating a daily practice. And if you need help with that, please feel free to reach me. This is the work that I love to do. I love to help create sadhanas for people and really cater to what they need so that they can have this 40-day practice to really start changing the subconscious mind. I love seeing the transformation of my clients. It's the best. But again, I would also say be gentle with yourself, to honor the journey and trust the process, and to focus on the gratitude for this moment, because we are so lucky and we're so blessed to compare to so many of our brothers and sisters in the world that have nothing, that are scraping for food, and, they don't have shoes on their feet, not involuntarily, I should say. And they also, there's a lot of malnourished people that don't have even clean water, let alone food. So, and shelter. Gosh, those are the things that we need to just really count our blessings and just find the gratitude during these changes. And I would also say to connect with your guides. Remember that life is happening for you and to you, and clear out to make room for what's to come. Those are the best tools for us to really be able to navigate through these changing times. And I want you, the number one thing that I would say about navigating through these changing times is to really enjoy your life. So many of us, I know as goddesspreneurs, sometimes we can have this issue with a work-life balance, and we're so consumed with our work, especially as spiritual teachers, or if we're in the wellness program, because we're just we want to serve, and we're always connected to our work because we are in service and we are here for the divine. We're here to serve God and to serve one another. So that's constantly happening around us. So during those times, it's just really important to, take time to enjoy life. Know when to turn off the computer and to go outside and connect with people one-on-one. Go play with your pets. Go travel. Take a little vacation. Allow yourself to spend time outside if you can. I know, and I'm coming in from Palm Springs, the summer's about to hit 120. So it's like how the people on the East Coast and the Midwest, they stay inside all winter and most of the spring. And that's how it is in the desert when it's 128 and really just going ahead and getting through it. It's part of the cycles. And so it's to remember that we need to honor the cycles and to be able to stay grounded with our feet on the ground, as with our head in the stars. And those grounding exercises are so key. The breath work, keeping your feet outside, going to the beach, or being in the forest, or connecting with the flowers or plants. These are the things that we need to do. We need to just connect with nature in order to heal ourselves and to feel supported as we're going through these changing times. There's a lot of crystals that we can work with too that will help ground us, like the hematite, or we can really carry around the black obsidian to just really protect us as we're going through these changes. And selenite will help us protect our aura and clear our auras. So really take the time to cultivate a daily practice for yourself during these changing times, and to just take it slow. We are such a generation of instant gratification thanks to our cell phones, where we literally have the whole world in our pocket. And so these are the things that we really need to cultivate and be aware of, are these practices, so that we can really have those boundaries with the technology and have the boundaries with our work, and to just really honor what we truly need, because you need to take care of yourself. And if you don't take care of yourself, no one else will. So use time to really nurture yourself with a bath, journal, write, take some Kundalini yoga, take any yoga, go on a hike, whatever makes your soul the happiest, go do some of that. Go do the things that are really simple, that bring you back to the ground, that really connect you to the miracle of life and to all of the greatness that is really around us. You have every right to do that. You have every right to connect with one another. You have every right to connect with the nature and with your soul. You have full permission. Permission granted if you didn't think you had that before. But anyways, I'm really excited. There's a lot of really amazing episodes that are coming up. I know I've been gone for a bit, but I really needed to fill up my cup, because I was going through major transitions in my life after my friend passed, and going to festivals and getting ready for weddings and life and home buying process. And, I've missed the podcast. I have. And there's a lot more podcasts coming out, and I'm really excited there's going to be some really amazing interviews coming up in the next few weeks. And I'm also hearing the call to talk more about Kundalini Yoga and a lot of the spiritual tools and the practices that I've used that have helped me get through some of the deep changes in my life and the transformation in my life. So if there's anything that you want to hear on the episode, or you want to learn more about my daily sadhana prescriptions from the Aquarian Soul Sessions, please feel free to reach out. You can find me at shamanessagodessa.guru. Super exciting. The podcast is now on SoundCloud. So I'm excited to share with you guys too some music that I love, because let's be real, like Sabrina would not be her authentic self if it weren't for sharing music and getting super groovy and dancing and all these other things. So you can find on SoundCloud now at soundcloud.com/shamanessagodessa. That's where this podcast is actually hosted. There's also the show notes. You can access that. And if you want, follow me on Instagram at shamanessagodessa. And again, I just really encourage you, if there's something you wanna hear, please let me know. If there's something you want to learn, or if there's someone that you want to be featured on here that you want to hear more about, reach out. We're here together. I'm here to help support you, and I'm here to serve you. And I'm always down to connect with some rad women. And of course, if you love this podcast, I would love to have you leave us a review on iTunes, because your contribution helps us to be found and to be heard by other goddesses that are really going through these times, these changing times and these empowering times. And I don't know about you, but I'm really excited for what's to come, because I know with me, I'm seeing more and more women come together and supporting one another. And there's like this energy of collaboration that I'm feeling around. So I'm really excited to collaborate with some super rad chicks coming up this summer. And there's also works for something really amazing that's going to come in the fall. So I'm really excited for this summer. Like I said, it's the summer of change for me. There's so much love that's going to be around me, and I'm really excited to anchor that in and to emanate that love that I feel and I'm witnessing in my life, and share that all with you. And for you to even be here, like, I'm so deeply grateful for you to take some time. I mean, this is my love language is about quality time. So for you to be here and to listen to this, it means the world to me. And I'm so grateful for you to be here, and so grateful for the resources that we have, that we can connect anywhere in the world. And I think that in itself is such a blessing for us. And it's so amazing that, we chose to live during these times where, yes, it can be a little scary because we don't know what's about to happen, but that's where we need to revel in the mystery and just trust, honor the journey, trust the process, and know that all of this is being divinely orchestrated for us. And we just need to learn to trust, to let go, surrender, and to be who we truly are. Be our authentic selves. Be real, be authentic. So I love you so much. Thank you so much for being here. And I look forward to chatting with you soon. Sat Nam, take care, and I'll see you soon. Have a good one.